up, dudes? Here to explain my second to last DMT trip. I figured I'd just finally just get it out before I completely forget. Um, I realize the longer I go, the less I remember. Now I'm starting to forget the colors and shit because just so much in life is happening. So, um, first I'm gonna just start off with saying I don't condone drugs. That's my cat. Obviously, I don't condone drugs at all. I don't condone the use of them, and technically, this is a video, a warning to be mindful. Be mindful before you do something. That's kind of the whole basis of what happened in my second to last trip. I did it on the blood moon, and I'll tell you about the history of why things worked out the way they did after I tell you the story. So I get the bowl packed, I get my whole area all set up. There's a couple pillows, I'm fully dressed, jeans, I have a jean vest, completely ridiculous. So it was like partially comfortable, but pants make me comfortable, so it's whatever. I had my girlfriend kind of hand me the bowl when she was done packing everything up and kind of organizing rocks and stuff for me and stuff like that. She had her friend Crystal over, and I'm really particular. Like, even when I take like LSD, I'm really particular about how I do things, and I usually just wanted it to be me and her, but her friend ended up being there, and things really didn't work out that way. So I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna do it anyways. Her friend was, if she was in front of me, kind of like on the side of me by my legs, and her friend was further in front of her, organizing tarot deck cards. And she had this fairy deck that's becoming really popular right now. There's a good story behind that, but I'm skipping over top of it. After it's all coming back to me, after I get everything ready and more prepared, I hit the bowl once and I can feel the buzz kicking in right from there. And I'm like, fuck, I need to keep going. So I hit it one more time, and as soon as I hit it the second time, I looked over to her friend Crystal, and she perfectly spread out the tarot deck cards. Now, when I mean perfect, I mean like never seen it done perfectly like that before. Like Casino Royale perfect. Like I could see every individual card perfectly in this like U, so she could pick whatever one she wanted. I don't remember what cards I picked. Shame on me. But I hit the bowl again the third time because I was really trying to break through this time. I was trying to go all the way. I've done it a handful of times, but I've always done it with other people. This time it was just all me. No one else to wait on after that. No other anxiety. I wish I'll get to that because there still was anxiety, but it wasn't my own. We were done setting the mood. I was done hitting the bowl, and I fell back instantly. I couldn't keep myself up. Thankfully, my girlfriend had set up a bunch of pillows so I could lay down and just be done. I fell through, and when I fell through, I instantly, like astral projection, how people explain it. I've never done it myself, even though I'm trying at the moment. I kind of like fell through the floor. Instead of falling up after seeing all the geometry and everything break down in front of me, I just like closed my eyes and just fell back. And I kind of felt it like this. So, like I was going down like this, and then something was coming up like this. And we switched places. And I wanted to think about that, but I just like dropped it because I was moving so quick. I was like fucking flying down. And I flew down to like pop back up in a different body. It was a really colorful body. It felt like mine, but not really. And I was sitting in the arms of this beautiful woman. It was she had so many colors, and it just kept changing and just patterns, and it was so much to focus on, so much to take in. Like when you open your eyes say like you don't remember where you fell asleep. That's kind of how it felt like. I woke up in this beautiful place, and I was trying to like figure out where the fuck this was. But all I felt was love from her, and she was talking to me telekinetically, which didn't surprise me because I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about people meet entities and stuff. Just not many with people meeting like or being held by female entities. I tried to look at her, but it became too much, and she could see it, so she like closed my eyes, and she told me like basically everything was going to be fine, and it was all working out, and like she was answering a lot of my questions, and this is why I'm doing this video, because I'm forgetting like a lot right now, and this was a couple of months ago. This is on the blood moon, so this was like around like January, like my birthday, probably why I wanted to do it. And we're going through and we're talking, and this is the important part. I just said, fuck it, I need to reopen my eyes, because only a couple of seconds had gone by, but I had, like, she was just, like, in my head, like, answering everything that kept popping up, and I'm a deep thinker, so, like, I was like, boom, 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 this, why is this, what's that? She was just gracefully answering every single thing, and I opened my eyes again so I could see her, and it was just so beautiful, but then, like, as soon as I opened my eyes, there was a monster coming around the corner. Now, usually I'm like, whatever, it's no big deal, man. Like, I can handle anything, because I really can, but it shocked me. I didn't know what to do. Because, like, say, like, I'm being held, and then, like, she's holding me, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this, like, spider creature start coming around the corner, and I'd say it got, like, that close to us. Like, it was getting close, but, like, she had no fear. Like, no fear whatsoever that she could handle the situation. She knew what she was doing, she knew what was happening, and she knew we had enough time for me to go back where I came, and whoever went is coming back. I felt like might have been like another version of myself or something, because she knew it was up. And this is the really amazing part, is when I got blasted back, which was only like 5 minutes. It felt like forever, really. I was getting blasted back at the exact second I saw this like scary ass creature coming from around the corner. It was a bunch of weird, kind of same colors as her, but it didn't have the same vibe. It had like, I'm gonna fuck you up vibe. But she just didn't give a shit. And when I was making my way back, I met that other part, but this time, since I knew I was coming back, I was like aware, like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And it was like, dude, thank you. I needed something from you, and you needed something from me, and this was going to happen regardless. So, you know, basically, I appreciate you. And I was like, I appreciate you. Like, what the fuck? I don't know how, I don't know anything right now. My mind is blown. Like, I don't understand. So I'm blasted back, and I'm in my body, and it's just like colors and shit everywhere, and I'm trying to go back over everything, and it was just too much to handle. It took me a long time to process it, even till now. I got more in the tarot cards than I already was, to like further understand what was going on. Every now and again I kind of like re-ask what that was all about, and it comes down to some divine female entity that's been like following me for a very, 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 very long time. And it kind of doesn't surprise me when I heard it, because I've always felt like someone's been kind of like not taking care of me, but just like peacefully like watching over me or something. But what got me was, and I'll explain the scenario now, so you can decide to stop the video, because this is just me building up to what happened. It was the blood moon, and that was the week of my birthday, January 28th. So it was around that weekend, and me and my girlfriend, she's my ex now, we had just gotten into a fight, and it was a really big fight. I still have a pretty big anger problem that I'm dealing with, and we used to always just get really mouthy with each other, never physical, you know, just always mouthy, just like talking mad shit. And we had gotten into it, and I had climbed this tall ass gate by her house. And it was the gate that surrounded her whole house because her dad owned this business and he wanted to protect it and had barbed wire. But dude, I'm really good at climbing fences. It's just how it is. But this time I was dumb. The fence was probably like way too tall, and I was coming down, and I jumped down maybe like from halfway of where the fence was, because there was like the power box where an electrician can check to see or shut off your electricity if he wants to, a little meter that runs around the meter box. And I put my foot on that, and I jumped down from there. I was so mad that I didn't feel that I had bruised both my Achilles and broke both pinky toes on either side of my foot. Didn't feel that till the morning. It was absolutely terrible. And this was around the same time that I wanted to take the DMT. Same weekend. I just had to go to work the next day, and I actually couldn't. So I was kind of excited because I got to sit back, relax, heal. And after I took the DMT, I actually healed a lot quicker than I normally did. My one ankle, I wasn't so surprised because I've twisted it before, but I've never felt so much pain and then been completely fine. And 2-3 days later, it still took me a week to walk straight, but I was meditating a lot at that time, and I was more aware of like my heart rate and how to sit still and just allow blood to pump to places that are important. But the topic of the story that really gets me is, one, I could still feel her anxiety through the whole thing. I could feel her like wanting me, like begging me, like, please come back, I hope you come back, I hope you come back. And like, of course, like, that's the thing about DMT, you're always going to come back. There's no way you're not going to come back, man. Second, planning. It's really important that, yeah, it's okay to just jump in and jump off the diving board if you're scared and you're really just trying to like commit to it. But when you can, plan for it, be prepared. Put candles out if that's what makes you feel better. Take 20 minutes to start, half an hour, week to start if that's what makes you feel better. Align things the way that makes you feel okay before you do this, because if you rush it, then don't be surprised if a bunch of things rush you. And that's kind of how I felt afterwards, was like I kind of probably almost fucked something up without knowing it, ending up in a place where there are monsters and shit that were probably coming after this woman warrior who was more prepared than I was, because I mean, like, she fucking probably lived there, and you know, it blew my mind. That's it. You can end the video if you don't care about what I gotta say next, because I'm gonna be talking more about future trips that I'll talk about. I've done DMT a couple of times. I've seen the archetypes. No real big deal. They don't really fuck with me that much. Yeah, that's about it.